Hey! Alec just spilled milk on his notebook.
Yes, I did. So,
Will it live?
Yeah, it should. You're trying to let it. Actually, it's kind of interesting because all the milk is blue because it's smeared on the paper ink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the final Bropacalypse vlog of the year. You know what I noticed?
The year
that's
being
really
2015,
interesting?
of course.
It's 2015. You know what's really interesting?
What?
Whenever we did Couchcast,
Mm-hmm.
I sat on that side and you sat over here. And
I don't think that was true every time.
I think it's true most of the time. 90% of the time at least.
Well, okay, yeah. I'm trying to... So I'm looking at the screen now and the screen reverses what we're watching. Or like the screen mirrors and then when we post it, it reverses. Uh-huh. And so I'm seeing me on the side as when I would normally watch the old videos. But after it reverses, I would be on the opposite of what I normally am. So yes, you are correct.
Yes, I am. Like always. Well, like usual. Anyway, so we decided to do something special, and there's not really been a whole lot that's happened in the last couple days since we put out the last one. We did watch the Battle of the Five Armies Extended Edition a couple hours ago.
Let me tell you, that movie...
It's a movie, alright.
It got slightly better with the Extended Edition.
It got, like, so bad it's watchable. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Before, it was just a slap in the face of the book. Now it's a parody of the book.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot more comedy, a lot more gore. Definitely earned its R rating.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
It's bad.
Anyway, this is a special episode. We decided that we were going to do a countdown. It's sort of an awards, as you will, like a best and worst of 2015. And we've got our lists. And we're going to go through by category. You're trying to look at my list.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, whatever. I don't believe you.
I just realized that I didn't write down the worst for stuff, so I'll just think of it on the spot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I didn't know we were still doing the worst, apart from the memories, but we'll get to that later. I'll just make it up on the spot.
Okay. All right. Do you want to go best or best worst?
Let's just do best, and then we'll finish it off with the worst.
Okay. So... best movie that we saw in 2015. Mine is, without a doubt, Jurassic World. It was a return to the franchise. We got to see dinosaurs on the big screen. It was
CGI
great.
Dinosaurs.
Not as good as I hoped it would be, but still just a solid movie. Star Wars came really close. Like, I would give Jurassic World a 9.8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give Star Wars a 9.0 out of 10. Easily the second best movie I've seen this year. But Jurassic World, fantastic. I saw it 4 times in theaters. No regrets. It was amazing. Go pick it up. The price is worth it just for those last 5 minutes. What's your best movie of 2015?
My best movie is a very close toss-up. Star Wars Episode 7, Force Awakens is probably, undoubtedly, my favorite. Very close second, though, is Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Oh, I forgot about Kingsman.
That was a very great movie. Very funny, very solid. I hope they turned it into a series. And then Kingsman, of course, also. No, Star Wars is super great. Everything I expected it to be and more. I really liked it.
I did too. We should go see it again sometime.
Yes, we should. We'll see it 7 times.
No, we won't. I'll see it another time, and that's it.
But yeah, Kingsman was really close.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was really good. When I watched it, it was really awkward because
you saw it with your wife on a Valentine's Day date.
Yeah,
did you know?
I did not know it was going to be that adult. I thought it was going to be like a teen movie.
Yeah,
was not.
No.
Okay, worst of 2015. I couldn't really think of awful, terrible movies that have stayed in my brain.
I can't think of any.
So, the worst one that I've seen is more recently, and that's Sir Ian McKellen's Mr. Holmes. You think it's going to be this great film about charming old Sir Ian McKellen being Sherlock Holmes and solving mysteries. No. It is Sherlock Holmes 30 years after his prime. He's dying, he's losing his memory, he's becoming a crotchety old man. And at the very end of the film, he decides to go completely against all of Sherlock Holmes' character just to make people happy, which is not what Sherlock Holmes is about. He's a very socially removed man, and the whole point of this movie is for him to like become more socially adept, and I feel like that goes against his character completely. I think Sir Arthur Conan Doyle would not be happy with this movie.
Worst movie I've seen this year. That's a tough one. Namely because I'm doing this on the spot. We watched that dumb dinosaur movie on Netflix over the summer, shortly after I moved into my new house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
I don't remember what it was called. Like Dinosaur Attack or something? Or...
I take it back. Holmes was pretty bad. Tremors 5 was worse.
Okay, Tremors 5 is the worst movie of the year for me.
Tremors 5 was pretty bad.
That was bad.
Campy and fun, but...
Like... Even, like, cause, like, some movies are bad, so bad that they're enjoyable. And Tremors 5 is that. But it's still just kind of...
It's barely watchable.
So...
If it was, like, a standalone, like a new movie IP, would not go anywhere.
No. Not good.
Okay, so we agree. Tremors 5.
Tremors 5 is
worst
the worst
movie of 2015.
Yep.
Okay, so this next one is the best song of 2015. There was a bunch. I couldn't figure it out because Emery came out this year. Vocal Few came out with a new one this year. But I am going to have to go with the song The Trials from Halo 5 Guardians soundtrack.
Alright.
Because it is the two best themes out of any of the games, which is the title, like the Halo theme mixed with 117 from Halo 4. And it's blended beautifully, and it's just great. Check it out.
Pretty good. Mine... This one I actually have to go with. It's a toss-up between two songs.
Is it Taylor Swift?
How did you know?
Because I know you.
No, it's not Taylor Swift. I don't even know if she came out with a new song this year.
I don't know if she did either.
It's a toss-up between tracks 4 and 5 on Emery's new album, The Beginning and The Less You Say. The Beginning is about like Adam and Eve in the garden, but the imagery that Toby paints with the lyrics are stunning, beautiful, very vivid. And then The Less You Say is the disciples talking to Jesus.
In the Garden of Gethsemane?
Yes. Peter talking to Jesus, really, just trying to convince him, like, hey, you don't have to, like, die. You can run away from it all. Also, just very well-painted imagery, and then just, like...
You can't paint with music, Alex.
The secondary meaning behind the song, also, I really like. So, yeah.
Toss up, but for sure, Emery?
For sure, Emery.
Yeah. Man, Emery they had a good album this year. Okay. So now, favorite video game that came out in 2015. For a long while, Destiny the Taken King was reigning supreme. It was really fun, improved everything from year one. Oryx is a great villain to fight. But... even with all its flaws, Halo 5 still wins. Halo 5 is great. Campaign, I would give a 7 out of 10. Multiplayer, a 10 out of 10. The multiplayer is so fun. This is the most multiplayer I've played right at launch of any game ever. Really fun. Definitely recommend it. And I've got a copy that I'm trying to get rid of. So if you want to buy it, send me a message on Facebook.
Mine is actually Destiny Taken King because I haven't really played a lot of Halo 5, sadly, although that's my fault. But I really like Taken King. That's really all I have to say about it.
Solid game.
It was a very solid addition to Destiny, worth the money that I spent on it.
Yes. Worth the money I spent on it as well.
Yes.
I didn't actually buy the game. It sort of got gifted to me. Like, it just appeared in my inventory one day, and I have it. Thanks, Microsoft. Worst game of the year, and I think you probably have to agree with me. Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
I want to get in there. I want to scratch that Skyrim itch. But something about the game just, I'll go in and I'll finish it eventually, but I've only put like maybe 4 hours into it, and
Yeah.
I want to do other stuff before going back to it. This is gonna be like okay, I'm tired of Destiny and Halo. I just want to relax.
Yep.
I'll play some Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
The mechanics are really dumbed down. It's not very intuitive.
The graphics are a weird medium between Oblivion and Skyrim.
Yeah, this game looks like it came out in 2009.
It's just very meh of a game.
Yeah, it's very meh.
Well, it definitely scratches the Skyrim itch, but there were a lot of things wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could have done the open world multiplayer bit a lot better than what they did.
Yeah, it's quite tedious. Other people on the internet have voiced their concerns much better than we ever could, and what we're going to say and more.
Mm.
But yeah, I would say that one is not a bad game, just a bunch of wasted potential.
Mm. Also, I just realized we skipped the worst song of the year.
Oh, we did skip the worst song of the year.
We did. So,
my worst song of the year is anything that comes out of Adam Levine's mouth. But for sure, if you put a gun to my head and ask me to tell you which one is the worst, I would say Animals.
Mm.
It's such a stupid song, and the video that goes with it is stupid.
Haven't watched it.
He's a creeper, and he douses himself in blood and hunts women.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that came out this year,
does.
but I'm attributing it to this year, and it's bad. It's so bad.
Mm.
It's terrible. It hurts my ears. I can't stand Adam Levine's voice.
My pick for worst song, and it's only really the worst song because it just is overplayed way too much, and that would be Hello by Adele. And don't get me wrong, I think Adele has a very beautiful, stunning voice, but she hasn't done music in like 4 or 5 years. So when she finally puts out this radio single, everybody plays it, and they play it, and they play it, and they play it, and the internet makes references and references and references.
I actually haven't heard it.
And they ruin it, I think.
Do you envy me?
Huh?
I haven't heard it.
No, because I don't believe that you haven't heard it.
Maybe if I heard it, I would recognize it, but I definitely could not tell you what it is, or if you told me to sing it right now, I couldn't do it.
So, yeah, that would be my pick for worst song, probably.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran's really overplayed too.
Yes.
Another really talented guy.
That's the thing about like mainstream artists. Like, I think they all have like talented voices and stuff like that. Like, I don't think like I'm better than them, but
I do.
It's just very, very overdone.
It really is. Okay, next.
TV show.
This one, I'm cheating. Black Sails.
That was my pick too.
Black Sails.
Like, I thought about it. I was like, man, like Game of Thrones season 5 or Black Sails, and I was like, I gotta go with
because
Black
we're
Sails.
watching Black Sails season 1 and 2 this year.
Yeah,
it totally counts. It's
like,
an amazing show.
So good.
It's like a character drama with historical pirates set in the narrative world of Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island.
So good.
And it details the life of Captain Flint and how he came across his massive treasure. And it's everything about that show was spot on. The music,
very good. Like, and it's surprising. Like, I was kind of disappointed at first in the show because like it was doing a lot of like political stuff, and I'm like, politics and pirates, like really? But it's very good, very well written,
very interesting. We're about to watch another episode as soon as we're finished recording this.
Yes,
it's gonna be really good. All right, worst TV show, and again, along the same veins of Elder Scrolls Online, not a bad TV show, just a bunch of wasted potential. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love Doctor Who, but this season was just so meh. Nothing really happened. And like, the second to last episode is the best episode that we've gotten in years.
Yep.
Especially this year. For sure this year is the best episode this year. But everything else was just, felt like filler.
Like, the monsters was just kind of meh. The characters they introduced for the season were
everything was
meh.
on Earth.
Like, yeah.
Everything was
nothing,
on Earth. It wasn't,
well, there was the space station above Titan with the eye crusty.
That was stupid. That was stupid.
But yeah, everything was on Earth. There wasn't, a lot of it was like modern day. There wasn't
not
like,
very creative, and
no time or space travel really. Just
all of the character drama that comes up in the last couple episodes completely disappears in the last 5 minutes of the season. It's just,
it's unbelievable.
It's a cop out, and so far this is my least favorite Doctor because of the episodes he's been in. Eccleston was pretty good. Tennant was amazing. Smith was amazing. Capaldi's just kind of meh right now.
I mean, Capaldi coming in after Smith, well, the first episode was kind of meh.
It was okay.
But I mean,
last season was really good.
Capaldi's first season, so season 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Season 8 was actually a pretty solid season all the way around. But yeah, overall, this season, season 9.
And it wouldn't be so bad if like
kind of
this thing that, because there's always like a MacGuffin that's always throughout the season that they allude to. This one was only mentioned twice, and it turned out to be nothing.
Yeah. Like I think overarching themes for this season were the Doctor's confession dial and Ishilda, or Me, as she comes to be called. That's it.
She was the best part of the season.
I think they definitely played that. We had Maisie Williams, and then I don't think they could have done as much as they could have. But
yeah, but she was still a very interesting character.
Yeah, I guess I'll say that.
I liked her a lot. Okay. Alright. So now we're done with media. Now we're on to the Team Bropacalypse part, where we talk about our favorite moment and our least favorite moment involving.
Let's start with the least favorite first. We have to end this on a good note.
Let's start with the least favorite moment. You want me to go first?
Sure, I don't care.
That time you were supposed to go to Springfield with me, and you didn't.
When was that?
We were going to go, like, thrift shopping. This was, like, 4 or 5 months ago. But, like, there was all this time I was like, Alec, we going to go? Like, we're going to have to go soon. No answer. And, like, 30 minutes later, Alec, are we going to hang out? Are we going to go do this thing?
See, I seem to remember texting you throughout, because that was right after the school year ended, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember, I don't ever remember like ignoring your text or your messages necessarily.
I never got anything. If you ask Vicky, she'll tell you about it.
But I do remember not being able to go, and you guys waited on me, and I did feel really bad about that.
Yeah.
But no, like I was still trying to like move stuff and get everything in my house situated, and just time wise it wasn't really working out.
Oh, we were gonna like hit all these thrift stores, and we were gonna go really early, and then you just didn't come, and you're like, no, you did text me throughout. You were just like, yeah, give me an hour.
Yeah.
An hour later, like, hey, where are you at? Still doing it, like 30 more minutes. 2 hours later, all this stuff. And then it was too late to go thrift shopping. I was PO'd. Yeah. I was so angry. Because all I wanted to do was hang out with my best friend and my wife and just blow the whole day at Springfield, go to thrift stores, buy a bunch of dumb stuff.
Yeah, you know.
You ruined that day. You ruined that day. Basically, anytime we have plans and then you don't follow through with those plans are pretty bad. Like last night. Come on.
Yesterday was just a very weird day. Like, I just didn't feel good, and I was just in a bad mood all day.
So just tell me you don't want to hang out.
Yeah. So.
I had a lovely night with my wife last night because at like 7 o'clock I gave up on you. And it was nice.
I saw the thumbs up you sent me on Facebook.
That was an accident.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
I read it as more as a sarcastic, like, cool, guess you're not coming over.
No. No, I saw a thumbs up and I was like, is that from him? Because the last thing he texted you was like, bruh.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I must have texted you.
And I lost my phone, so I wasn't getting any text messages from anybody. I found my phone this morning.
That's why I sent you. I have to double down. I have to see a text and a Facebook message.
But, yeah.
Okay.
So, no, I totally read that as like, because like you sent the first message around 6, I think, on Facebook, and then the second one was like around 7, and it's just a thumbs up. And I totally read it as sarcastic, like, okay, fine.
No, but that would have worked.
Yeah.
I wasn't nearly as salty last night.
No, I figured you weren't. I didn't get any salt off of you when I hung out.
That Springfield trip, though, oh my word.
Yeah.
There was I could have started a mine.
Wow.
It was pretty bad. That's probably the maddest I've been this year.
Huh.
Which says a whole lot about me. I don't have a lot.
Funny, because my least favorite memory of you is one of the maddest I've ever been.
Does this have to do with Breno?
Yes. Yes, it does. A month or two ago, it was a Friday, and I'm pretty sure it was when I had already been working like 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 bajillion days previous, and I'm pretty sure it was the day that I'd just been there like all day, and I wanted to die,
and I was sick,
and everything was bad, and then you come in, and you're sick, and there are other factors that came into play,
and I'm an entitled white male,
and you just came in and you're like, yeah, I'm sick and I don't feel good, so I'm just not gonna do anything.
That's not what I said.
And you didn't answer phones.
That's what I said.
You didn't make pizzas. You just kind of stood by the sink and did some dishes the whole time. And you're just very cranky and grumpy. And I wanted to tell you to leave, but I wasn't in charge. Cherish was, and Cherish wanted to tell you to leave, but she wasn't the manager, so she didn't feel like she was entitled to. It was just not a good day.
It was not a good day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's the only grievances you had. Come on, let me have it.
That's about it. But then, see, the next Friday, I was the shift leader, or like the most ranking person there. And since you were third person, like you were coming in, and I was just thinking the whole day, I was like, if Braden is going to be a butt, I'm going to tell him to go home. We don't need him, even if we do.
I wouldn't have gone.
I would sink the ship. I was sailing in to take out a crew member. I'm the captain now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. We are really,
but good times.
Yeah, those
times.
Those are the worst parts of our last year involving
Yeah.
the other person. So that's pretty good if it's that petty and dumb.
Yeah. A lot of it is petty.
Yeah. Call us Tom. Okay, I don't really. There were so many good moments, but nothing really stood out to me. Like you said you had yours immediately.
I thought of it immediately, mainly because it happened just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There was the time we went and saw Jurassic World, which was pretty awesome. There was the time where we stayed up playing Halo 5.
That was good.
That was really good. I'd have to say probably my favorite memory is sitting in Stuke's garage, drinking a whole bunch of wine punch. Oh my gosh,
that was awesome.
And downing Skolas and watching Sharknado 3.
That was pretty good.
It's really fun, solid time.
So I thought you were going to do like a duality thing, like, it sucked that you didn't come hang out with us in Springfield. But it was also a good time that day that we went and hung out in Springfield. I don't remember what day that was. Sometime this summer, like...
Oh yeah, where we went to all the thrift
stores? Back when my car still worked and we went to all the thrift stores.
Yeah. And I got the ODST pod?
Nope.
Oh, different time.
Different time. That was... The ODST pod was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. This was like earlier in the summer.
That was a pretty good time too.
It was the day that I drove and it was kind of rainy, but kind of not.
Ooh, and that time
was that the day that we were driving down 13 and I think the giant auger was like next to us? Yeah.
Also, the time we went to Springfield and we watched Serenity.
That was good too.
That was really good too.
Was that the day we had Five Guys?
That was the day we had Five Guys and fries.
Dude. And a chick complimented my beard. Or maybe it was my hair. She complimented your beard.
Yeah.
And then my hair.
Yeah.
Alright. You. Favorite memory? Car horn.
Car horn.
Could not get this guy's car horn to work for anything. So we're just messing around. He's underneath his car, like, wiggling wires and, like, the horn and stuff. And then he's like, hey, why don't you honk the horn to see if it works? Because my face is, like, 6 inches away from it. And so I honked the horn, and it worked. Best thing ever.
Nah, see, this thing does not work. And so I don't know if there's a charge going to the horn relay. So I take my little charge tester, and I have to, like, twist it to do this thing. I'm like, all right, try it.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh, my gosh.
Not good. Not fun. And now the poor thing sounds like it's about to die.
Yeah. But, man, did it go down in a blaze of glory.
Yeah. So, all right, spur of the moment. Funniest work memory. I'll go. So, a couple weeks ago, this girl comes in and she's like, "Oh, have you seen all of the those things on Facebook where like these guys put like Christmas ornaments and like glitter in their beards?" And I was like, "That's weird." But how do I tell her that's weird without telling her that's weird? So I was like, I don't think my wife would like that very much. And then she's like, "Oh." And then we went on, and I was like, man, she really changed her whole outlook and attitude towards me out of the blue. And then an hour later, I'm driving on a delivery, and I realized I totally just played the wife card to be like, get out of my face. And I felt like a big jerk because I didn't mean it like that. But like,
Yeah.
Like, oh, this girl is talking to me. Now, my wife would not like you talking to me. That was unintentional, and I felt like a jerk.
I'd say I probably have like 2 funny work memories that I can just think of at the top of my head. One, back when I didn't have a vehicle, and I was working with Cherish, who was extremely forgetful. She was doing deliveries and left the store, and then I came back in like 10 seconds later, but left the store without the pizza. Like, delivery bag in hand and everything. Walked right out the door and then had to come back in because she forgot the pizza.
So anyway, this episode is running really long. Sorry about that. Props to you for sticking through. And
seriously, a whole 26-something minutes.
And looking at our beautiful faces. Or just listening to us because you don't really need to see us. Or do you? Anyway, right. So this has been 2015, the year of whining. The year of the resurgence of us making
equality!
As long as you get less than me.
Yes.
Anyhow, we're done. We're going to do a bunch more videos next year, as many as we can. Hopefully we have some other stuff coming down the pipeline. I don't know, maybe I'll trim my beard. Maybe. We'll see. But we'll see all you guys next year.